Hi everyone, welcome to my stream. I will be on site shortly to greet you. Please prepare to take your seats inside my office and make sure to store any member emotes close by for quick access. There will be no spamming during the show, and please do not use vulgar language in the chat. Participating in my streams may require specific instructions. Please follow them accordingly to benefit me and everyone. I'm almost on site, so please step away from the doors as they'll be opening in a few moments to let you in. Thank you. Okay, I'm here. Sector 1 entrance, you are clear to open.
Everybody, it's Ernie C3 and welcome to today's stream. What's going on, guys? Listen, everybody, today in the stream, I am going to be doing something very special. This is an idea that I have toyed around with for a little bit, but I've never put into execution. You see, in Piggy build mode, the main limit is our mindset, right? Sometimes when we're sitting here trying to make stuff or figure out what to build, we're thinking about, man, what can we build that's in Piggy build mode? What can we build that we have the tools with that we can put inside of the game, right? But you guys forget that this is a sandbox game. And you guys may also forget that this is a game where you can make other games inside of it. So what I wanted to do was go a bit bigger. And today I'm going to be having you guys help me with that. Ladies and gentlemen, what if we could create a game inside of Piggy build mode that lasts infinitely, almost like a real Roblox game where you can join in and it's always being hosted every single time. Now, I've mentioned in the past that I have suggested ideas such as the auto start, of course, things like that. That way I wouldn't have to be inside of the map to constantly host. I can leave and go do whatever I need to, and the game will continue to host itself as long as there's at least one player inside the map. And if I leave everything open to discoverability, people should be able to come in and out. Cool stuff like that. I want to create a game just like that. But what are we going to theme it as? Well, I've been playing a lot of Blox Fruits, and not that I'm going to theme it after Blox Fruits. I'm going to theme it after a pirate plunder game mode, right? So, and you and all your friends are sailing on the seas, maybe battling some other ships and things like that. A real working game mode, more should I say, a real working game inside of Piggy build mode. One that you can only find on my map. So I want to be able to try this today, and if you want to incorporate some of these ideas into your own full creation games that you can make on Piggy build mode that will auto-host themselves, well, you guys can definitely watch here. So, we're going to be building this from the ground up, actually, and you guys are going to be able to suggest some features that we're going to be putting into this game right now. Think of it almost like you guys are giving me new update content that I'm putting into the game right now. So, we're starting off with the idea, right? We're starting off with the idea. We're going to be having a big, huge ocean. A very vast ocean, of course. And, of course, this map is going to be themed after pirates and everything like that, so we're probably going to be collecting some treasure. But what is the goal of the game? First things first, how do you win the game? Maybe it's a single player kind of thing, or maybe it is an open world adventure kind of game where you can go on many different missions. Maybe you can do something like that. So let's think about this for a second. So, oh my god, this is the biggest that the base plate can actually let me size it as. So let me go ahead and do this. Oh, wait, hold on a second. You know what I was gonna do right now was I was going to color this, and I was going to texture this, and I was actually gonna make it flat water. But you guys do know that we can make this water move, and that's exactly what we want to do. The first things first, if we're going to be making a giant vast ocean anyways, we might as well make this thing move. So, everybody everybody's water. Yeah, it's a good idea, you know? That's a pretty good idea. I don't know what kind of, unless you're talking about space pirates, I don't know what kind of pirate game you would have without water. It would just be a vast pit. Anyways, let's go ahead and use this. So we're going to make the very, very easy animated water. So we're just going to stretch that all the way out, just like this. We can move it to max and be sure that it's going to fit the entire proportions, just because it's the same exact limit for both sides. See, whoa. No, I don't want to make that larger. See, it actually, it goes all the way to the very max. Okay, all right, everybody. I want you guys to, can we join and help you? Not sure. I am not, because this is more of an official game mode that I'm building, I'm not exactly sure, because we've had some people griefing and stuff like that in the past, so I don't know if we want to do that necessarily, but I want you guys to tell me your ideas, and I'll add them in. Alright, let's take a look and see. Bro's face is half invisible. Oh yeah, that's because of the blue. See, I got a green screen behind me, but it also detects blue screens, so you can probably guess what happens when the blue color reflects back on my face. I actually don't know how to fix that. It's, really weird stuff. Yeah, I guess it's just gonna clip a little bit for now, but it is what it is. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom this all the way across. So I think we got this to both sizes. Let me take a look and see. So this one is 453, 454. This one's 453, wait a minute. Wait a minute, hold on a second. I think something's missing on both sides. I think it might be missing a little bit over here. All right, make a boat. So my idea at first, right, is obviously, number one, we can't drive around boats physically in the map. Either you would have to have, I don't know how you would make drivable boats inside a Piggy build mode. That would be a lot of block building. Like, for real, if you wanted to have it where you can drive around a boat customly, you would need a gazillion boats placed around the map built with powered blocks. And they would have to be moving one thing at a time. It would be an absolute nightmare to make. I guess it's technically possible, but it's not really realistic, right? The second option is we can use these right here. We can use these. Oh my god. These cursed events. Yeah, these. But I don't want to use these. Do you know why I don't want to use these? Because they're an absolute nightmare to use. Yeah, no. Not using them. First of all, these guys would just be looking like they're rolling around on top of like frozen water. Now, be it as it may, we could technically just take a tree, do this, and it makes it look like, hey, they're driving around the water. But first of all, you're gonna be drowning basically, right? You don't want something like that. And then the second thing is that what stops people from just walking across the water? So ideally, you would put a very thin death block right here. That way, people would have to drive across the water. But here's the problem. I don't know if we want to include any death kind of things in this minigame, right? Because remember everybody, this is supposed to be an infinite game mode. So if people don't die, they're able to stay in the game. But if everybody dies, not only is it going to end up doing a game over, and then it would require an owner to restart the game. Not only that, but what also is a problem is people are going to be like, man, I died, and they're going to have to wait an eternity to rejoin the game. No one wants something like that, right? Yeah, no one wants something like that. So, we built our animated water. Now, I'm going to go underneath, and I'm just going to build the little circuitry for the animated water. If you're wondering how easy it is, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you how easy it is. Here's the here's where the water is going to be connected to. Oh, right, I should probably lift this up first so I can actually select it. There we go. So first, you connect there. You drop this back down. So we're just simply connecting it to our water. And that's about it. That's all we have to do. We basically just connect a looper directly to this block. But aside from that, that's it. We got ourselves the animated water. It really is that simple. I'm going to set this to here. I'm going to set this to here. Loop repetitions. Now, eventually, if we're going to be having a long-lasting game mode, eventually, this is going to run out of repetitions. So how do we fix that? How do we refix the meter? You guys are going to love the solution to this. Check this out. You just add another one. See, whenever you loop this, it'll restart the counter. But then you would have to have a longer counter for this. So you just do that, and then you have the loop interval V. Oh, this would turn off though. Jeez, this is difficult. This is actually difficult. I don't know. I'll just leave it here for now. Okay. All right. So we got that all set up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what should the goal of this game be? Obviously, there's going to be different islands and stuff that we're going to be able to find, all that cool stuff. But how do we get there? How do we do those things? How do we make that happen? Especially with so many different players on the boats as well, right? Now, here's the thing. It would be really cool if you can find treasure and then go to a shop and buy new things, right? Now, Voice Key had this really cool concept. You see, in Piggy build mode, the unfortunate thing is that you can only hold one item at a time. I'm holding my phone. You can only hold one item at a time. That sucks. But there's one item in the game that you can actually collect multiple of. Does anybody know what that item is? And I'm not talking about ammo, by the way, because that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Yep, you got it. Trader guns. For those who don't know, the trader gun, not the regular gun, the trader gun. The trader gun can be picked up multiple times. So you could actually take a bunch of them just like this. And what you can end up doing is being like, hey, I want to buy a certain amount of item. Let me go ahead and put in the amount. And then after you do, it'll give you your item. Cool stuff like that. So maybe we can do that, although the item itself is not really as appropriate. So I might end up just using ammo itself to, you know, because if you take a look at it, the ammo looks pretty much like gold, doesn't it? So it looks like, hey, every time you complete a successful mission, you get the treasure and you get yourself some gold, and you can spend that at the shop to be able to get something new. I think that would be a cool idea. Now, I had one idea for how we would start off this game. What we'd end up doing is we would have some kind of starter island. So I'm going to go ahead and make this grass colored right up here. No, not bluegrass. Not bluegrass. We're not listening to any music right now. So I'll make this a little bit wide. So we're going to have our starter island here. And the idea is that a boat is waiting for you at the dock. It's waiting for everybody. And when everybody gathers on the boat, you know, there's a timer that goes on. It's like, hey, everybody, you better board the boat. And then we're going to be able to take off. Everybody boards the boat, right? And once the timer goes off, the boat sets sails on the sea. And it picks a random location as to where you can go. Maybe you end up finding an island full of treasure. Maybe you run into an enemy ship and you guys start fighting each other. Maybe you find a secret cave full of, you know, zombies or something like that. Something really cool like that. The only thing, though, is that people wouldn't want to stay so long, right? People wouldn't want to stay as long because there's only a few islands that they would end up getting to. So maybe we would have it where some islands are even more rare. Doesn't that seem like a cool idea? Yeah, it seems like a really cool idea, at least I would think. So, for example, right, we would have something like this island be the treasure island. So let me go ahead and lower this down to the ground right about there. Right about here. And I'm just going to be making really good examples. Off stream, I would realistically like put more details and stuff like this into it. But I want to give you guys the basic gist so we can build this. Okay, so let me go ahead and grab all the... Wait, hold on. No, I want the grass. Yeah, I want the grass. I don't want any brown grass here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and place this here. We're going to stretch this all the way across. And by the way, keep telling me ideas in the chat. I will try to see your guys' stuff as best as I can and add it into the game. This is basically like you guys having a say in the game itself that I am building. That will be basically infinitely hostable. Let me take a look and see. Now, I don't think there's any possible way to die. There shouldn't be, at least. I don't use the grass texture. I use the sponge texture or something like that. Oh, do you mean this texture? I know what you mean. You guys can either use the grass texture like this, or there's another one. You can use this. Either one. I think I'm going to go with this one right now because it looks a lot more tropical. You can even see there's like dead leaves and stuff like that in them. So I'm definitely going to use this one. Yeah, that one looks a lot nicer. That one looks really nice. Okay, so yeah, realistically, we would have our starter island. Now, my only problem is that when new players join into the game, they'll end up being stuck on this island being like, hey, where am I supposed to go? So I had another idea. 3 different boats. You guys know how in Break-In 2, the recent game that just came out, you guys know how in Break-In 2, right? They have it where there are multiple trucks. That way, if a truck takes off, everybody doesn't have to sit there waiting, right? So you would end up having, for example, multiple boats. And these, I know these aren't the realistic boats, but you had multiple boats. Everybody queues in one, and everybody that's in here goes and takes off, things like that. Really cool stuff. Although the only problem is that everybody would be teleported all at once. So players would actually not have to wait that long when standing here. And I could put like maybe an obby or something in the background, something cool to that nature. Stuff like that. Yeah, because if I had 3 different boats here, the problem is that one boat would be at its destination, and when another boat takes off, it might clip inside of the other boat and just cause a bunch of problems and a bunch of nastiness, you know? Let me take a look and see. Make a Taco Bell island, and when you touch a specific tree using a touch trigger, obviously, they get teleported to it and they have to escape. That could be interesting. Dude, can you imagine we have a real pirate game and there's like a gazillion different islands that players can go to? Dude, that would be so cool. That would actually be really cool. Of course, I would have to make the blocks themselves, this ocean, way larger, of course. But yeah, can you imagine like a bunch of different islands that people can go to and stuff like that? You know what? Think of it almost like a mini-game island, right? Think of it almost like a mini-game island. Like everybody goes to a certain place and they got to play a certain mini-game. Although I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more of an exploration kind of thing. But who knows? That might be a cool idea. Okay, yeah, Moai Island. Yeah, that would be a cool idea. Okay, alright, so everybody, before we continue, what should we name this game? Piggy Plunder, Pirate Plunder, Piggy Pirate Plunder, Piggy Plunder? I don't know. What's it? SpongeBob Island. Yeah, that could be, well, actually, that would have to be underwater. You would have to sink your own boat and somehow breathe underwater for that to happen. Yeah, I don't know about any of that. I don't know about any of that. That could actually be really cool though. Piggy Doubloons? That sounds interesting. Piggy Doubloons. It doesn't really describe what you're doing though. Plunder and Piggy Pirate Adventure? That could be good. Plundering Isles. Piggy Plundering Isles. It's a little bit hard to say, the very last word. Let me see. Build a boat for treasure. No, that's not what it is, though. I see where you're going with this, though. Budgie's Buccaneers. Not bad, not bad. Pirate Exploration, Blocks Piggy. Not bad. Maybe. Let me see. Moai Massacre? What are you thinking? No. Okay, alright. Anyways, so we're gonna build our starter island here. I'm not gonna have this be the starter island. I'm probably gonna have the starter island be in the very center. Or maybe I'll have it at the edge of the map here. I'm probably gonna build, yeah, I'm definitely gonna end up building more water. I would end up building a big, giant, a lot of mountains though, because I really don't like, in maps when people have the void open. So for the borders of the entire map, I will end up having a rocky looking mountain. Maybe I'll have some people help me build this too. Let me see. Ernie, I flooded the live house. The what? You flooded the what? Oh, by the way, for the pirate ship that we're gonna be building, it has to be kind of simplistic. And the reason why is because this is going to be a boat made of powered blocks. Because of course we want it to look like the boat is actually moving from place to place, you know what I mean? Alright, let's see. Maybe I would have it where the boat is actually, it looks like it's actually traveling to its destination. That could be a really cool idea. But we'll have to see, yeah, because the idea is that you start off in your starter island, right? And maybe I'll just make everything super small so we can beta test this first. So I think that's a good idea. I'll keep the island super simplistic so we can beta test this. And we can be like, and you guys, of course, will be able to join my game and stuff like that. And we'd be like, okay, this is kind of fun, this isn't. Because you guys have known that I built mini games that the decoration looks like garbage, but they're really fun to make. And then I go back and add some more detail to them. So this will be the starter island. Of course, I would have to put invisible blocks around this island, not death blocks on the water, because if I did do something like that, then it wouldn't truly be an infinite game mode. All right, so we're gonna have our boat. So we're gonna take our boat here. We're gonna make it out of powered death blocks, and we'll have a bunch of pirate music and stuff like that. I think that'll be super cool, and all that cool stuff. Okay, so let me see. So that's in the center. I want to try and get this as centered as possible. So let me spread out a little bit more here. If you ever want to center something, click on the thing you want to center it to, and then click here. You can see the dots line up in a straight line. So here's the first one, and then they all line up. So you're all good. Okay, so we got that all set up. Now, for a boat filled with 50 players, because yeah, this is going to be a 50-player game. Now, for a boat with 50 players, I think this size is going to be quite all right. So we're going to build it out like this. Yeah, building structures out of powered death blocks can be a bit of a pain, but it's really cool to see when stuff gets animated. It really, really is. I even have another idea of having the boat looks like it arrives. Like, it obviously teleports here, but then it moves onto the shore a little bit, so it looks like you're docking into the boat. But we'll do that a little bit later. We can always add that in a little bit later. So let's see. So we got ourselves the boat here. So we're gonna, oh, you know what? Again, I'm not a very advanced builder here, but I will do my best. So we're gonna stretch this out a little bit. So we have to make it so that the curvature goes down a little bit more. The game name is Brazil. No, you're going pirate plundering. You're not going to Brazil. What made you think that was the thing that was happening in this game? Well, we don't have a title for the game, but what part of the title that we have yet to come is telling you that? All right, so we got the base of the ship here. Now, I think I'm going to have it be this wide. Now, I do want it to be an odd number. Boom, there we go. The reason why I want to have it to be an odd number is because the center, we're going to have that front thing that comes out of the ship. I'm not very good in boat terminology here. Not very good at it. Okay, so we got this set up. So we got our boat. And that's basically where we're going to dock from. Once the touch trigger on top of this boat is triggered, what's going to end up happening is it's going to start a timer. And that'll basically tell everybody, hey, the boat's leaving soon. You better get on. Now, realistically, there's no real way for me to only teleport people who are on the boat and leave everybody who's on the island behind. So I would be forced to use a teleport block that teleports everybody. Now, if touch triggers had a multi-detection thing, then I would be able to do something like that. But we would have to wait until a Piggy build mode update releases that. Now, I do want the... Oh, you know what? Let's make the wood of the boat darker. That way, when we're talking about the floor of the boat itself, we'll have it be a lighter color. You can see now it separates a lot from the from here. All right, I'm gonna be right. You know what? I'm gonna get down a Google Doc real quick. Tell me your guys' ideas, and I'll write them down right now. Yeah, tell me your guys' ideas for the game and what you can do, and I'll write them down right now. But yeah, you all would be boarding one big boat like this, so you guys didn't end up going across. I think I'm gonna move the island a little bit farther away, like this much. That way it looks like you can actually board the boat, like the plank comes out. So I think I'm gonna end up doing that. All right, and I'll actually have it where the plank comes out when the boat arrives. I think that's actually a really cool idea that we can end up adding. So, in order to do that, I want to make it look like it. I want to actually make it look like a plank. So we're gonna take a slab. But it needs to be a powered block as well. So I'm gonna take a slab. I'm gonna place this on top, and now, as you can see, when we bring this up to the front of the boat here, it goes a little bit lower. So take a look at this. See, it actually goes a little bit lower. So it looks like you're actually boarding a plank here. Now, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to move it up by one more space. That way it looks like it goes inside of the mountain here. You can see it fits in really nicely now. And it'll go, maybe we'll have some kind of sound effect for it actually dropping down on land. All right, so we got that. And that'll actually be how players are going to be able to go onto islands too. The boat will arrive, and it'll tell you what happened, or you were caught in a storm, and something happens like that. And then it'll release the players. Now, keep in mind, this is a 3-block gap. This is to make sure players don't end up jumping all the way across. Now, just to make sure, just in case we add speed boost potions or anything like that, I'm actually going to make this a 4-block gap. So, it's literally as simple as doing this. Bam! Done. That's all we need to do. So we got that all set up. And then players will, of course, be able to board and stuff like that. And there would be powered invisible blocks to keep people from falling off. Remember, we got to keep this as a mode where people can't die. All right, tell me in the chat right now some of your ideas. Let me see. Oh, you guys come up with some really good ideas, so I want to take a look and see. But yeah, this would ideally be a game that you guys can join at any time, which would be super cool. Except when I'm editing stuff, of course. Okay, let's take a look and see. Let's see. Ernie, you should add an abandoned island where there are ghost trader NPCs and it has a gun for you to find ammo. That might be a good idea. The only problem is that trader NPCs can't die. Yeah, it's a really big problem. Trader NPCs aren't able to die. So if you shoot them with a gun or trader gun, they'll kind of just freeze in midair, almost as if they've been gone for 20 seconds, but it's infinite and they freeze in place and never die to anything. It is a really big problem. I think they still die to lasers, so I'll have to check on that, and that might be possible. But if there were trader NPCs, that would imply that they could kill them. So you would have to have some other NPCs first in order for that to end up working. Plus the spawn block just really doesn't work. You know what though? I might take advantage of the spawn block glitch and use those dummies, and we'll call them ghosts. That might be a good idea. Okay, let's take a look and see. Make transparent ghost pirates in the sky, where Piggy spawns. Oh yeah, by the way, this is gonna be a bot game mode, so Piggy's not gonna be here. There's not gonna be any Piggy. But that's a good idea. The ghosty skin, I might have that for something. A pirate NPC. Yeah, you know what? We're probably gonna have pirate NPCs. Yeah, we're probably gonna have pirate NPCs. I'll find a way to re-add them. Actually, I don't know. Because here's the thing, right? I'll see. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Pirate NPC. Okay, alright, I wrote that down. Let me see. Try making the Black Pearl as a ship. I don't know what the Black Pearl looks like, and that might be way too difficult. Especially because, remember, we're making these out of powered blocks, and we're also going to be making multiple of them. Cannon powered with item triggers that destroy other ships, and they're made of powered blocks. Okay, so that's probably a good idea. I just had to figure out how people would be able to win certain things. Optic was in studio like a few days ago with Not Minitune. Yeah, he might just be working on Inner City stuff, because I assume he's part of the Inner City team, of course. Let me see. Make a shop that closes and opens randomly. That's a good idea, and it's open and closed for random times. Yeah, that's a good idea. Although, actually, that might not necessarily be the best idea. Maybe if we make, like, a certain rare shop, I think that would be a better idea. Because every time someone comes back for a mission, they're probably going to be getting gold or something of the sort. So every time they return back to the main island, the idea is that people can spend their loot, right? Because they can only hold one ammo at a time, right? So that would probably make the most sense. Just one tree on each island. Oh, man. You should do a sea boss that whenever you... Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, like a sea boss. Oh, that's awesome. And, like, if you don't defeat it within a certain amount of time, it damages your ship and you have to go back. Okay, hold on. Sea boss. Dude, that's awesome. That's a really good idea here. Pirate Party is a good name. Pirate Party. Here's the thing, right? I want the title to make it more clear as to what the game mode is, right? Like, the general idea is that you're a pirate and you're going around with your entire crew of 50 players and you're going on an adventure. And you're going looking for treasure, encountering beasts, going into dark caverns, things like that, you know? So all that cool stuff. Let me see. Name idea. Wait. Dude, why can't I pronounce anything? Island Island? Pirate Islands. Piggy Pirate Islands. I'll write that down. You know what? I'll write that down. Hold on. Piggy Pirate Islands. I'll write that down. Okay, alright, so what's another idea you guys got? You guys are coming up with some really good stuff here. Chest that gives ammo at the end, there's a pile of gold. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a treasure chest that ends up giving gold. And we can have it where the chest looks like it opens up and it actually gives out the ammo and stuff like that. I think that'd be a cool idea. Okay, let's take a look and see. Try making a boss ghost ship. That could be a cool idea too. Okay, boss ghost ship. Yeah, I think having boss battles on the ship would be really cool. See, here's the thing though, right? If you don't defeat them within a certain amount of time, of course, certain things would happen, so you have to be really careful. but there wouldn't be any way for you to die. Your ship would, in order for this to be an infinite game mode where no players die, you would have to have it where the ship gets too damaged and you have to retreat. That's kind of like the theme as to what it would be, you know? Let me take a look and see. Piggy Pirate Exploration may be a good one. Add biomes, aka different areas you can go to, like different islands. Yeah, we're definitely gonna, if we were to do this seriously, we would have so many different islands, and we would have some islands that are more rare to go to. And luckily, we are able to do that thanks to the power of this one little circuit. This right here. Thanks to this, we would actually be able to have it where it's, you know, one of these are more rare, right? So, for example, let's just say that when the ship takes off, it triggers this, right? And all of these represent the different islands that the players would end up getting sent to, right? Very easy stuff. Now, of course, if you wanted to, you could have it where, you know, let's just say this is Snow Island, Leaves Island, Cave, Serpent Beast, Ghost Ship, you know, things like that, right? And at the end, you would have one boss, or you would have one rare island, or maybe you can have multiple. And in order for this one to be more rare than the others, it would actually be a little bit tricky. Let me see. How would you be able to get this one to be more rare? My first thought was like, okay, you know what? Let's just have a randomizer gate here. And let's just say we want it to be even more rare, right? So what we would end up doing is all these are islands, but all of these link hubs are chances. And only one of these actually takes you to the island, right? So let's just say it ends up going here. Oh, you're inside of a storm, right? And the storm means, oh, are you gonna get the rare island? And it does the calculations, and it ends up picking one of the empty gates. And it's like, oh, you cleared out of the storm. But there would be a chance where it actually selects this, and it's like you found yourself onto a secret island. The only issue is that these ones would probably have to send your boat back, or they would have to re-pick these. So I guess I would have to have a secondary. It's a long story, but yeah, that's realistically how I would get the island transportation system to work. I had to get the boat to actually explore, you know, because oh my god, if you tried to make it where I actually had it to people can actually drive around boats, there's no way that would take me like 2 years to make. And I'd probably give up on that because it'd be the biggest pain ever. All right, so let's build out the rest of our ship real quick. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna go build this out to be a little bit wider. Let me take a look and see. I want this boat to be at least a little bit able to be explored a little bit, right? Where you can go down in the deck and stuff like that. But there probably wouldn't be much there, so I'd probably keep everybody on the front. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this ends up going. Yeah, everybody, give me your ideas. I'll keep writing them down real quick. Skull Sanctuary. Let me write that down real quick. Skull Sanctuary. That's a good name. I was gonna name it like Skull Cave or something basic like that. That's a good idea. Let me see. Make alts with pirates and skeleton skins as traders, and there's an invisible box they'll kill, and they trade with you for like a key. NPCs. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, I was, for so long, I'm like, man, I make a bunch of trader NPCs for cutscenes and stuff like that, but how would we get it where we can have it where we have, like, standing still NPCs? Yeah, I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that, and then you approach them and they end up talking to you. Although, with 50 players, it might be a little bit troublesome because there might be so many people trying to talk to the same person over and over again or something like that, so the touch triggers might get a little bit bugged. So we'll see how that ends up going. All right, I'm going to keep building up the front of the ship here. This is going to be a lot for me to link, but I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay if I keep the boat as simplistic as possible. Because after all, we're worried more about the gameplay, right? Not necessarily the build quality, although that would be really nice. We're worried more about how fun the game is. And I recommend that you guys focus on that too if you guys ever go to continue, or, well, make new games and stuff like that. Okay. So I think I'm going to, this is a little bit tricky. I don't know how I would build the rest of, I don't know how I would get it to slope upwards. Oh, you know what? Let me just do this. Yeah, it would be a lot easier if I just ended up making it slope upwards like this. Make an island that has a cave and can open for 20 minutes. Well, that's normally how all of the destinations would work. You arrive at an island, the destination, of course, becomes available, and all that cool stuff. And then, yeah, that's basically how that would end up working. Let me see. An iceberg to crash the boat and you have to get onto a small boat. That could be interesting. An iceberg. Iceberg. Where you have to fix the boat. That could be really interesting. In order to continue your adventure, you have to fix the boat. I'm gonna write that down. Iceberg that breaks, stops and damages boat. Repair. All right, I'm gonna get that. That's a really good idea. Let me see. Please do a Titanic reference then. Yeah, let me write that down. Titanic reference. All right, there we go. Yeah, in order to fix the boat, 2 people have to go on the front deck and they have to type in chat, I'm flying. Yeah, that's all you have to do, and then the boat will auto repair itself and everybody will go home. That's great. That's awesome. Problem solved. Okay, all right, let me go ahead and get this set up here. Just like that. Let me see. Aquaman boss? Maybe. Use the generator to keep the ship going? Maybe. Try getting an old shack that has supplies and stuff to help you survive on an island. Oh, you know what? You know what would be a good idea? Thank you for telling me that. A pit stop, right? So normally when you get on the boat, it calculates which island it's randomly going to send you to, right? It'll calculate what island you're randomly going to get sent to. However, there's a chance that it will stop to a mini island first, and a person there will give you free supplies, and then it'll take you to your destination. Or more realistically, the thing that would probably have to happen in order to make this easier is that it sends you back to the main island, and then it loops back around. All right, let's take a look and see. Let me see. Okay, oh, you know what would be cool? Oh, I just had this idea. Holy crap. Okay, everybody listen to this. You guys know how badges, right? You know how Roblox game has badges. Some people are really big into collecting stuff, right? Like collecting all the badges. Because I know some people are going to be like, man, I want to collect all the badges in the game, right? I had an idea where I don't even know if I'd be able to get this to work. I might be able to get this to work, but I don't know if it's possible, right? What if we could have it where every time you come back from a certain island, it gives you a random item, right? It could be a wrench. It could be a green key. It could be any of those, right? And what would end up happening is you would come back to the main island and there's like a little cave and you go inside and there's a pedestal for each island. It has text for each island, right? And you go and put in the item on the pedestal and it shows that you've been to that island and that you've completed. Almost like your own in-game badges. The only thing that I'm worried about is the fact that there's only one touch trigger. Only one of them, right? So multiple people would be able to put items into each other's touch triggers and stuff like that, and then it would be a confusing mess. It would mainly become a game mode, or it would mainly become an issue of, hey, here's the islands that everybody has been to, but if this is really an infinite game mode, then people are just going to join the island for the first time, and all the badges are going to be filled, you know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. Add crewmates that can join your boat. Oh, that would be cool. That would be super cool. You can have like NPCs on your boat. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. And here's why. There's a problem with that. Okay, everybody, listen to me real quick here. I could have trader NPCs on the boats, but what would happen when the boat teleports? You guys see the issue now? You guys see what the possible problem could be? That would be cool to have boats that can like lock on to certain points and stuff like that. Yeah, if a boat teleports, they're just gonna fall in the water. And when new people join the game, they're gonna be like, why are there a bunch of pirate NPCs walking around the water down there? Yeah, it wouldn't be too pretty. But if there's another way you can get that to work, let me know, because I will definitely consider that idea. Teleport the trader NPCs. Well, the problem is that the trader NPCs move in random directions, and even if I had a giant touch trigger here that was set to trader NPCs, it would probably only teleport one of them. So if we did have like a special crewmate to join, I could probably do that where we can have him teleport along with everybody else. I just don't know if, yeah, we could probably have that. Let me see. One singular pirate character joins your boat. Let's do that. Is that a cool compromise? Does that work better? Does that work a little bit better? All right, cool. Let me see. Add it downstairs to the boat. I might. I just don't. Here's the thing, right? I have to do a lot of linking for each singular boat, so I may not want to be able to spend so much time on each one. So I'm gonna build it as not anything too bad looking, but as minimal as I can without looking bad. So we're gonna add the sails and stuff like that in the back, but I don't think I'm gonna do anything for the bottom yet. Yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and build the back of the boat here. We can easily just put this. Can we just go here? Oh, you know what? No, wait. Hold on a second. Pirate ship. Yeah, you know what? Let me actually look up what the back of a pirate ship looks like, so I can probably build this in a way where it doesn't look terrible. How about we do something like that, huh? Okay, so the pirate ship, this is oh, so it is curved at the end, but there's the rudder. Okay, yeah, I was looking at the back of the boat being flat like this, but it's probably just because of the rudder. Yeah, probably just because of the rudder. See, if I had really good builders on here, they'd be like, oh yeah, this is easy peasy. Let me just go ahead and do that. Real simple stuff. All right, I'm gonna curve the back of the boat just a little bit. Only a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, and then we'll add the rudder and blah, blah, blah. All right, I need more ideas, guys. You guys are really killing it with some of these ideas. You guys are really killing it here. Add quests, it's gonna make the game fun. Well, every time you go to an island, it gives you a quest. It's like, you know, defeat the boss, or find the treasure, or find the secret entrance in the caverns. Of course, for that, I would have to randomize it. Otherwise, people would be able to find it way too quickly. Because we'd be like, yeah, I've been to this island before. I know where the secret entrance is. So I would have to make a lot of different secret entrances that are randomized. Because my fear is that people are just going to get bored and they're instantly going to solve all of them. There we go. Okay, so we got this. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is going to go all the way. Yeah, it's not fitting. It's not quite fitting here. Let me go all the way across like this. Maybe that'll fix it. I'm just trying to find a way to get it to where it naturally goes into the boat like this. Oh, you know what? No, that's not going to solve the issue. All right, you know what? I'm not really going to focus too much more on building stuff because I know that's a little bit boring. So I do want to just, let me do this. Hold on, let me just add these. Can I just simply fix the problem if I add these? Can I do that and I'll be done? I mean, I could do this, and then add one more. Yeah, it's close enough. Okay, all right, anyways, let me take a look and see. Add trader NPCs that you have to stop? Okay, let me write that down real quick. Trader NPCs that you have to stop. Okay, so let me see. Trader NPCs that you have to stop. Yeah, we'll definitely have something like that. You can add obstacles like krakens, volcanoes, tsunamis. Yeah, like weather events. Weather events. Like tornadoes, volcanoes, hurricanes, etc. It's a good idea. I don't know exactly how I would be able to get hurricanes and stuff, like those weather events to work. Especially when you got a bright sky like this, you know what I mean? If only there was like a day and night cycle that you could do. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I would really want a powered shadow block in the game, because then you can actually create that. Well, technically, you could just take a powered black block like this, stretch it out across the entire map, and make nighttime? Maybe? Obviously, it doesn't look like nighttime because there's a bunch of orange textures because it's a powered block, of course. Technically, you could probably make nighttime. It would just look really weird. It might look... I don't know. You know what? You know what? Day and night cycle. I will definitely give that a try. That could actually be super cool. The only thing, though, is that this would be a lot more effective if there were powered shadow blocks. Because then you can have the lighting in each area really show off that lighting, right? So, for example, right? All of a sudden, boom, it becomes night. So not only is the sky black, but take a look at this. It's also dark out, right? And of course, you would have a bunch of light sources everywhere, like lanterns and torches and stuff like that. So you would be able to really get a good look as to, hey man, it really is nighttime out here, you know? Some of that more dynamic lighting. So I really hope Minitoon does add in a powered shadow block someday. Light blocks that turn off. Well, about that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I just had a realization. This may be the only Piggy build mode map of its kind that could use these. Do you know why? Does anyone know why we can actually use these, even though they're bugged, in this map? Can anyone guess why? Who can guess why? I didn't think it. I'm glad you told me. I'm really glad you told me. Who can guess why? No one can guess? Because, okay, everybody listen. I'll tell you why. You guys know how if you link these up, right? If you use links and you link them up here, right? Every time a game restarts, it duplicates the block. But a game would never have to restart because this game lasts infinitely. What does that mean? That means we can use this whenever we want. We won't have to worry about, yeah, it blinds you, yeah, because of all the duplications. We do not have to worry. We don't have to worry about sitting there and being like, oh man, they're gonna duplicate. Because if we ever did have to end the game, we might as well just reload the map anyways. Thank you for telling me that. Okay, so light blocks, usable. Thank you. All right, I wrote that down. Man, I gotta use the restroom soon. Let me see. A brain click reel. Yeah, I'm having a lot of them this time. Let me see. An underwater world or location, Atlantis, where you get secret quests for some items. I could definitely try that. Yeah. Atlantis. Island. Fishman Island for anybody who wants his One Piece. Okay, alright, so let's take a look and see. Add a secret submarine that you can enter to get to underwater levels. I bumped my mic. That could be interesting. Like a secret submarine. You know, it might actually be a better idea if you arrive at an island on the boat and it's a very small island. The island's like, oh, there's some interesting technology here. And it's a submarine and everybody gets in the submarine and they go to the underwater island. It could actually add a whole new level of dynamics if the submarine actually acted like a secondary boat, right? So think about it, right? This boat takes you to a random island. And randomly, one of these islands could be the submarine island. And then you get into the submarine, and the submarine takes you to a random underwater island. And that could lead to even more rare islands for people to try and find. That is actually a really good idea. I'm very glad you mentioned that. Submarine island that acts as second boat that teleports to random underwater island. Dude, you guys are killing it today. Add the Krusty Krab. Yeah, one of them would probably have to be a SpongeBob world. Let me see. Let me see. Try to make a chance of the Kraken being summoned, and you have to use cans to defeat it, or everyone on the ship dies. Okay, so for those who just joined the stream, we're not having where anyone dies, because this is supposed to be an infinite game mode, which means nobody dies, someone's at my door, and the game won't have to ever be game over. And basically the game could just auto-host itself forever. And there are people who have been able to give me stuff, give me ideas and stuff like that. Like Crafted had made a game mode that works infinitely, or a minigame map that works infinitely. Add something that acts like a devil fruit from One Piece. That would be cool if it gave you powers or something like that. But there's a very limited amount of items in the game that you can actually use, right? There's only these. Yeah, these are the only things you can use. Maybe you can have it where you bring back a special item or like a weapon that you can use on certain boss battles to make things easier, like a superpower or I don't know, something interesting like that. By the way, does this boat look good enough for a size of 50 players? I think it is. I think this will fit 50 players just nicely. I think that'll end up working out. Okay, maybe we can have it where the, yeah, that should be all good. That should be all good. Let me see. Are you doing maps? We're not doing maps today. Let me see. Or you see my message before? I was just checking. I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. Idea, the more rare the islands would be, the much shorter for like 20 minutes or normal, but more rare islands be open for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Yeah, maybe they're more difficult, but what would the reward be? The reward would have to be something really, really worth it, right? And I think that's where those like superpowers or devil fruits would, you know, just conceptually would come in. Or maybe like a cursed weapon that would end up helping you. Add relics you can take to some NPCs and trade for gold. Oh, that could be so cool. Okay, relic you can trade to NPC to give you gold. Oh man, these are such good ideas. Okay, so I have to use the restroom real quick. Do you guys want me to continue the stream, or do you guys want me to get down your last ideas and I'll go work on that? Because I could probably get together some people on Discord and we could start building this out. I think that could actually be pretty cool. Or do you want me to come back and I'll keep getting your guys' ideas? Alright, here, I'll put a poll in the chat. I'll put in the poll in the chat. I am running a little bit low on time, actually. Let me do this. Okay, let me see. You know what? If you guys want to give me more ideas... Hold on. You guys are giving me some really good ideas. What I want you guys to do is... I'm going to give you guys a link to something real quick. Hold on. I'm going to give you guys a link to something. And it's gonna be a community thing. Hold on. What ideas would you want me to add to an infinite lasting pirate adventure game mode in Piggy build mode? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. So here, let me give you guys this real quick. What ideas would you want me to add to an infinite lasting Piggy? Comment below. All right, so I got that all set up. I'm gonna give you guys the link to this. So here's the link. I'm gonna give you guys the link to this. If you guys want, go into the comments and put your ideas. I will be reading them. Because I didn't think you guys would have this many good ideas. It's absolutely amazing. So, I put the link at the top of the live stream chat if you guys need to get it. Let me take a look and see. 1 gold Piggy. Yeah, we're gonna be finding the one piece. Let me see. The 1 Piggy. Let me see. Okay, anyways, if you guys want to possibly join in helping me build this and stuff like that, join my Discord and send, let me see. Post in the images channel some examples of your work. And I'll consider adding you guys in. So go to the Discord, go to the images channel, and you guys can post you guys can post stuff in there if you'd like to. But aside from that, this is really, really working out well. In the next stream, I will probably try and get it to where you guys can play this for the first time, and we can add new stuff in while we go. Do you guys think that would be cool? Yeah, let me know if you guys, yeah, let me know. But yeah, leave a comment on the link in the that I just pinned, and this is gonna be awesome. This is really gonna be some cool stuff. All right, anyways, I'm gonna get to building this, all the boring stuff. Aside from that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. I'll let you guys know new slots. Yeah, I'll open up another slot. I'll have to delete one of the maps that I have, but it's probably gonna be a map that's just useless. But aside from that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want more quality fun, I'll see you in the next one. But anyways, bye everybody!